So I have this cute nativity scene that I got from my sister. It's really tiny. You see how tiny it is? And I wanted to set that little scene up inside of this lantern that fell apart that I made a couple years ago. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to fix the lantern, and I'm also going to create this little nativity, and I'm going to use one of these bird houses from Dollar Tree. I'm sure we've all seen these bird houses. These are one of the bigger ones that came out in the spring. I'm just going to take the front part off that had the design on it. I'm going to just break that off gently, and that's what I'm going to I'm going to make this like a stable for baby Jesus and the animals and Mary and Joseph. So now the edges are a little sharp, so I'm just gonna to sand those down just so it will be smooth. And then I'm going to take some of I believe it was my paint, or maybe it's gonna be some stain with a little water. But either way, I'm going to stain it. So I had to hot glue it because when I took that off, the sides off, the roof started coming off. So I just added a little bit of hot glue. And now I'm going to get my stain. Oh, it was my brown umber paint. And then I'm going to add a little water, and then we're going to stain it. Well, welcome back, friends. I am Kay from At Home with Kay, and on my channel, I like doing simple crafts that are beautiful and most of all, budget friendly. No stress, no pressure, just pure crafting joy. And remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's keep the creativity flowing on At Home with Kay. So next, I'm going to use these are those wood planks, those small wood pieces that you get from Hobby Lobby in the bag. And I think you get a whole bag of them for about $4.99, $2.49, something like that. I got 2 bags of those one day, so I figured these were a little bit more sturdy than those smaller sticks that I had made this with previously. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just adding those on the 4 corners at an angle, and then I'm just going to sit the top of the lantern on the top, but I'm not going to glue it down because I need to be able to get my nativity inside of there. And then I'll be able to just, take it off and put something else in there, a candle or whatever. So that's the idea that I came up with. So that's what I'm doing here. I use a little bit of wood glue, and I glued those down. I believe I put some hot glue as well. And then see, I can just sit the top on there. And that's how I'm going to leave it from now on. I'm not going to glue the top down anymore. So next I'm going to just add a little bit of this white paint to cover up the wood and the stains that are on here. I'm just going to paint the entire thing white, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so here is the little stable that I have, and I decided that it needed some lights because it was pretty dark in there. So I'm just taking these string lights and I'm going to string them through the hole that was on the top. Remember, there was a piece of rope that was in the top of there. When you buy them from the store, they have it on there. So I'm just going to string those through and push the lights into the corner so that they're stable. And then I am going to add all of my little figurines down there into the bottom. And this is what it looks like after they're snugly hot glued in there and they can't come out. So now what I'm doing is I'm just adding a little bit of moss at the top. I just wanted to give the little stable some character. You know, I didn't have any hay or anything, so I just thought, you know, I'd add a little bit of this moss, and I think it looks good against the brown stain that I put on there. And I'm just going to put some at the top and some inside. So now I've taken it and placed it inside of the lantern. And then I took the rest of the lights and I just strung it around because those lights were really long. Just strung it around the beams of the lantern and just to hold it secure in place. And then I'm just going to add some greenery and some berries and probably a bow at the top of the lantern. Okay, and there you have it. Another fantastic DIY on a budget. And remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video. And also, guys, thanks for crafting with me today. And remember, stay creative, stay happy, and always be the sunshine.